Morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching us from. My name is Miss Uche Chiokafo. We are here with someone I would like him to introduce himself to our listeners. Sir?
Yes. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. My name remains Oyemwamadu Kaine-Ebi. And Oyemwamadu Kaine-Ebi is from Akomazi Umuocha. And Akomazi Umuocha is located in the Kano East local government area of Delta State.
Tell us about Igwezue TV.
Igwezue TV is a platform that was actually established to propagate the unification of ndigbo. It's a channel where the identities of ndigbo are being discovered. It's a channel where we discuss the awareness, the well-being, and the progressiveness of ndigbo. Igwezue TV is a platform we are using to unify ndigbo at large throughout the Federation of Nigeria. Ndewo.
Tell us about Igbo Unification Project.
Yes, Igbo Unification Project is a project that I and my team, my colleagues are actually on. And what are we doing? Well, our work is to get all the Igbo families, irrespective of the state where they find themselves, come together to actually work together for our own economic benefit and social alignment. A unification of ndigbo is a movement in which we are using to call Igbos in Rivers, Igbos in Benue, Igbos in Kogi, Edo State, Delta, Anambra, Imo, Enugu, Abia, and Ebonyi, calling them together to be one as indivisible family. Thank you.
Ndị na-asụ Bia Social Cultural Organization. What about it?
Ndị na-asụ Bia Social Cultural Organization is an organization that is established, is a social cultural organization of ndigbo. The word Ndị na-asụ Bia was put together as a unifying factor that will help bring Igbo families together. Now, irrespective of our different dialect, every Igbo families have this understanding to that word Bia. Irrespective of our dialect, we use the word Bia, and that is why we've chosen that name as a unifying factor. Ndị na-asụ Bia Social Cultural Organization is an organization that see the inclusion of every Igbo family, both those that find themselves in Kogi, Benue, Abia, Ebonyi, Enugu, River State, Cross River State, Delta State, Edo State. Every part of Nigeria where you find indigenous Igbo, they are part of these cultural organizations. So it's a family tree that binds every Igbo-speaking dialect together. No.
Thank you. How about Igbos in other states apart from Southeast?
You mean the Igbos in other states apart from the Southeastern state?
Yes.
Now, every one of them are already with us. We have Igbos in Edo State. Now, using, for example, the people of Igbo Akere. These men are actually our people. They are our family. And, due to political divide and rule strategies that the enemies of ndigbo has always used against us, they took that step of ceding ndigbo away from the southeast, and for that purpose Igbaki was taken into Edo State, and today they are being marginalized there. We have Ika, we have Okwane, we have Aniocha. These are Igbo people who found themselves within the Delta State space. We have our people, Igbo-speaking communities in Kogi. We have Igbo-speaking communities in Benue, and these ones are taken into those areas. They were called North Central or whatever. And we have Igbos in Cross River are people of Isobo. We have our Igbos who are in River State, Ikwere, and so on and so forth. And we have Igbos in Imo, Anambra, Enugu, Abia, and Ebonyi State. Every one of us are one big family. So the Igbos that are outside the 5 eastern states are actually our target. The reason why we are doing what we are doing, when we talk about the unification of ndigbo, we are taking the gospel to our people who find themselves in Benue, to our people who find themselves in Kogi, to our people who find themselves in Delta and Edo State and River State. Why are we taking this message to them? You all understand that the system of Nigeria, the reason why Igbos were divided, splitted, and some were taken into South, some were taken into North Central, some were taken into, Edo State, Midwest, and all that. The reason is that they don't want our population to be united, because they know that when they succeed bringing us in a point where we are being seen as a dot, that we won't be able to make any any giant step or useful step politically, and that is why they decided to reduce us. But our mission or our vision, the reason why we are on this unification movement, is to make sure that every Igbo families have this understanding of oneness, irrespective of the state where you find yourself. Even if you are among those who are in Edo State, you are among those who find themselves in Delta, River State, Cross River, you should have this understanding that you are minority within the space where you find yourself. Now we are calling everybody, let us come together to form a unified entity that cannot be divided anymore, that cannot be defeated anymore. That is what we are doing. No.
Thank you. Our political strength by bringing the Igbo together. Tell us about it.
Okay, now, just like what I just said before this question, our unity, our strength, the strength of ndigbo politically lies in the unity of ndigbo. The reason why we have not been able to make any, any giant step politically in Nigeria is because those who splitted us because they know that if they did not split us, we will not have, if they did not split us, they will not have their turn just the way they are having it now. The reason why we are calling for the unity of ndigbo is to overturn what the enemy has done against ndigbo. Let the population, because we are being seen in Nigeria as a minority, notwithstanding or not minding that we are the majority in Nigeria. So when ndigbo, those who find themselves in Edo State, Delta, Kogi, Benue, River State, Cross River, and all of the 5 eastern states come together, our number will be so massive, our political strength will be undenying, because the game of politics, as we all know, with regard to democracy, is a game of number. It is a game of number. You can only get it the way you wish it in politics when you have numerical strength, and that is one of the reasons why we are calling for the unity of ndigbo, irrespective of where you have found yourself. There, my sister.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, our listeners. Join us on our next episode of Igbo Unity. Dalon.
Until I come your way again, just as you know, my name remains Oyewo Mmadụ Kainedi. Until I come your way, stay tuned and remain blessed. Igbo Ezugo.